This was my previous attempt at a lathe, and it was okay for some wood turning, but a pain to set up. 350 watt grinder motor, ball bearing tailstock, single speed, and it was bolted to a steel plate on which I used more or less on the ground, so it meant squatting down to use the lathe. Very inconvenient, so I decided to upgrade. Hobby lathes are unobtainable in Cambodia as far as I can see, so I decided to do it piece by piece. So I bought this Chinese kit from eBay, and it was delivered by courier to my door. It's very high quality, they're really nicely made and very heavy duty. It's quite small. The chuck is the smallest of the chucks they do, but it's quite okay really. So much better than what I had before. This is a collection of the parts, and you can see the tailstock chuck, fixed centre and revolving centre. At that stage I didn't have a table. It took me months to get a good table. The wooden table cost $50 and a $5 delivery charge to the third floor, and I'm quite pleased that I didn't have to try and carry it up to the third floor on my own. The table is covered by 5 and 6mm sheet steel. The total setup has 6 speeds, and the motor is moved to change speeds. It has a belt tensioner and a stainless steel belt guard with a perspex window. I'm not actually worried about the belt snapping, more likely to catch my sleeve or fingers in it. The motor cost $35. It had the wrong value of capacitors in it. 40 mics instead of 25 mics run capacitor, and 300 mics instead of 150 mics start capacitor. So luckily it had a rating plate so I could see what it really should have taken. The motor is 1500 watts, 2 horsepower. The belt guard I cut out the stainless sheet and had it TIG welded in the local welders. Tailstock. It only came with this point. Everything is number 3 Morse taper. I bought the revolving centre and the chuck in the Russian market. This is a set of outside jaws that came with it. I haven't even unpacked them yet. Everything was nicely packed in VPI paper, so you get internal and external jaws for the 3-jaw chuck. Very nice. And my set of lathe tools, also from the Russian market. Some of the lathe tools come from Vietnam, and I should imagine the rest come from China. They're pretty well made. They've got high-speed steel inserts brazed onto the tips. Now these are the wood chisels that are complete rubbish. They're very cheap, like 40p or something each, but so soft. Now this is much different. This is good steel, and that's a gouge I made myself, or ground up myself, which works well. It's good high-speed steel. Yeah, the red-handled ones are okay. The lathe is outside on the balcony, and the weather is so hot now, it's too hot to work indoors. And I have the space outside, and it doesn't matter if I make a mess out there. The lathe in action. The weather was very windy, but the motor runs nice and smoothly. Very happy with it.